Good evening, everyone. It is once again Ted the Speed Learner, and this is yet another edition of my For My Students video series. It is being recorded on December 30th, 2017. Now, why is that significant? Because you are going to see on December 31st, 9 full videos suddenly appear on my YouTube channel. These videos were actually recorded on December 23rd, 2017. I scheduled them to appear on December 31st, 2017. Now, one of those videos is entitled For My Students December 31st, 2017. But I am actually recording this before that particular video. I'm actually recording this the day before that particular video. Okay, and that's why I mentioned this, because you might think that this was recorded on the same day as the other one, and it was not. Okay, now by the time this particular video is finished, it will probably be December 31st, 2017, but I started this on December 30th, so I am not cheating, okay? And that's why it's going to be labeled For My Students December 30th, 2017. Alright. Now, the other thing I need to mention right at this very moment is that my printer ran out of ink. And because of this, I had to dig out my old laptop, which has Linux on it. And you will see me installing Linux on that laptop tomorrow on my YouTube channel. So you'll see that, okay? And the reason I had to dig it out is so that I could actually read the notes. I actually sent an email to myself so I could see the notes and read them off to you without having to use my printer. I am not going out in the middle of the night in sub-zero temperatures to get more printer ink so that I can print out my notes. Not going to happen. So instead, I'm going to read it directly from my old laptop. And that's why you're going to see me turning back and forth to the camera and to the notes. See what I mean? Alrighty. Now then, let me begin by saying this. When I was young, I had a lot of fun around the holidays. I really did. But there were periods of time between festivities where I would have virtually nothing to do. I was pretty much bored. Well, my mother was not going to sit there and watch me play board games and video games and do nothing for days on end, because, remember, I would get off of school right before Christmas and I wouldn't have to come back until like maybe the 2nd or 3rd of January. During that period of time, she was just not going to let me loaf all day long. It wasn't going to happen. So, during that period of time, of course, I would have homework. And my mom would make me do my homework. But once that homework was done, she still made me study other things. Whatever I wanted to study, that was fine, but I studied other things. And that's what I did between festivities. Even if a festivity was going on, there would be little lulls in the festivities, and so during that period of time, I would read a book, or I'd study something, whatever it was. And because of this tradition, that's what I'm going to do for you guys, both today and tomorrow. Okay? Now, granted, you don't have to watch any of this stuff, but if you do, well, now you know why we're doing this. Okay? Alrighty. Now, it is true that I don't have to do homework nowadays. I mean, I do this for my YouTube channel, but technically speaking, I'm not in school, so I don't have to do a bunch of homework. But I do still study during these lulls and festivities. And because of that, I'm now sharing that experience with you. Okay? Alright, now to give you an example of this, I am going to share this tradition with you guys as I particularly respond to a YouTuber who is known as, and this is their handle, The Girl in the Red Scarf. Okay, so this video response is going to go out to the girl in the red scarf, and that is because of some comments she left on one of my videos, and I'll go into that in just a little bit. Okay, So what is this all about? Well, this is about a video response I uploaded to YouTube in October of 2014. Back then, acquiring subscribers, views, and other ratings was a real challenge. Okay? YouTubers like myself employed a very special tool. And what we did was we uploaded video responses to other people's videos to raise our ratings and help them raise theirs. And I'll explain how all that works in just a little bit. Alright, so bear with me. Let me scroll down just a little bit. Back then, even as it is now, okay, this was an effective strategy, and it's still an effective strategy, not only for the people uploading the response videos, but also for the people that we replied to. Okay? Now, how did this strategy actually work? Well, made a small illustration here. We're going to talk about person A and person B. Okay? Now, first, a YouTuber like myself would search for, well, we just try to find some good video to reply to, okay? And then we would respond or review that particular video. Now, this would give a view to the person that was, okay, now, I'm the guy who's reviewing another person's video, okay? That other person who had uploaded that particular video would automatically get a view from me because I watched their video. Okay, so they gain a view automatically. Okay? Now, after I watched their video, I would make notes about what they said or what they did. And then I would upload a response or review video. Now, how did this benefit both parties? How would this benefit both parties? Okay, I'm going to show you how exactly that would work. Now, the YouTuber who uploaded the video being reviewed, the one that I was watching and making notes out of, we're going to call that person Person A. Okay, this is the person who uploaded the original video that now I'm going to review. Okay, now, this person would most likely watch my review of their video because I would send them a little note and say, hey, look, I uploaded a video response to you and I wanted you to see it. So they would watch my video. So now I become Person B. Okay? So Person A is the person who uploaded the original video. Person B, which would be me in this case, would be the guy responding to that original video. So that's where we're going to go with this. Person A, Person B. Follow along so far? Good. Alrighty. Now, a Person B, like myself, could have just left a comment on the original video. But here's the problem. Number one, Person A might not read my comment, and even if Person A did, that would not necessarily prompt Person A to actually come to my channel and check me out, which would defeat the whole purpose of giving a comment to them. Even if they liked my comment, they may not come to my channel and see what I'm all about. And that's not what we want, because we want eventually Person A to subscribe to me or to Person B, okay? Because in this case, Person B is me, but maybe it's just somebody else. We want Person A to subscribe to Person B, which would then prompt Person B to then subscribe to Person A. Now, okay. If Person A decides to watch Person B's response video, then Person B gets a view of his own. In this case, I would get a view. Okay? See what I mean? So that would start benefiting me. So person A has already benefited because person B gave a view to person A to watch that particular original video. Then person A gave a view to person B by watching the response video. Okay. Now, depending on what was inside of person B's video, this person A might actually leave a comment on person B's video saying, hey, I watched your video, I wanted to respond back to you, so on and so forth. Okay. Now this actually would work very well if person B had asked any questions to person A. Let's say it was me being person B, I would be watching somebody else's video and I say, hey, I saw so-and-so and so-and-so thing in your particular video, and I just want to know a little bit more about it. That would, in most normal cases, prompt person A to say, you know what, I'm going to answer that person's question. So that person A watches person B's video and then answers the question that's within person B's video. Now there's lots of benefits to all this, and I'll go over this in this video. Now, if person A does indeed watch person B's video, that would increase person B's lifetime view count. It would also increase their watch time analytic. Now this is also true when person B here watches person A's video. By doing so, person A's video, their lifetime view count goes up, their watch time analytic goes up, which benefits them. See what I mean? And that's exactly what they want. You see, when you're running a YouTube channel, ratings are everything. The more ratings you get, the more people that will start watching your videos. The more people that might subscribe to you. I mean, the benefits just go on and on and on. And this actually starts a conversation between person A and person B, which is exactly what we want. All right, the more interaction that occurs, the more people that might watch both of these videos. Okay? Now, let's go on here. If person A watches person B's response video and decides then therefore to leave a comment, then there's a good chance that person A might subscribe to person B. Person A may also start watching person B's other videos, which of course increases the lifetime view count and also increases the watch time. And that's a benefit to person B. This would also then motivate person B to start watching more of person A's videos. So now person A's view count and watch time analytic, they go up too. So now person A and person B are benefiting from this interaction. You see what I mean? So, and like I said, just as much as person B might check out some more of person A's videos, person A may check out some more of person B's videos. So both of their analytics are going to go up. And they could go up quite a bit. Another thing is that person B already has subscribers. So if they watch person B's response video, they may take the time to go over to person A and watch their video. So person A may end up with more subscribers just because person B sent them to person A. See what I mean? And if person A actually makes a response video to person B, then person A, some of their subscribers may actually go over to person B's channel and start watching their videos. So person B's subscriber count, their view count, their watch time analytic would go up. So both parties benefit from this. I'm sorry to say that In this day and age, not a lot of people do that anymore, but I do. And I think it's a perfect way to not only benefit myself, but anybody else that's watching my review videos. They benefit just as much as I do. Okay? And that's why I do it. Now, if person B posts up a response video and doesn't ask person A any questions, this would not prompt person A to actually respond to person B. And then the interaction doesn't occur, and both of their view counts and their analytics, neither one of them go up. So it's very important for person B to ask questions of person A when they do their response video. That gets that interaction, which then therefore increases ratings, lifetime view count, watch time analytic, that kind of thing. And one of the people that has subscribed to me, and I interact with this person all the time, which is a classic example of what I'm talking about. That person is Crazy Josh Cravey, and I know he's watching this video right now. He has benefited as much from my response videos as I have from him. We benefit each other, and it's kind of a share thing. His subscribers watch me, my subscribers watch him. So we both benefit from this. It's a perfect way for both of us to grow our channels. And we've done collabs in the past, and we're working on a collab right now. Actually, we're working on 2 collabs right now. I'm very anxious to see those. So anyway. So, it is because of this kind of reasoning that I went out and I searched for a particular video, or in this case, it was a particular video. It was a video on a particular topic, okay? And I searched for it, and I found some videos on that particular topic to actually review, okay? Now, I didn't just go out there to actually grow my channel. I actually went out there to help them grow theirs as well. That was the whole idea. Grow their channel, grow my channel at the same time. Share and share alike. Okay? Now, keep in mind that the video response tool that I'm talking about, the one that I employed, is a well-known tool that many members of the YouTube community have used in the past, and some of them still do today, to increase their analytics. I do it, other people do it. I know it's not done as much as it used to be, but it is still done. Okay? Even Justin Bieber and his parents were and still are well aware that many YouTubers still use this tool. Now, why did I mention Justin Bieber? Well, it will become very important later on in this conversation. Alright, let's go on here. Now, I do need to mention one other thing before I continue with this particular video. Years ago, and it sounds like it was a lifetime ago, but it really wasn't. It wasn't that many years ago. I mean, it wasn't like centuries ago. It wasn't like that, okay? But it was, there has been a period of time that has passed since this happened. But I became a very close personal friend to someone who was suffering from a medical ailment that was similar to a medical ailment that afflicted the famous singer Karen Carpenter. And if you don't know what that ailment is, you can look up Karen Carpenter and you can find out for yourself. Okay? Shortly after I befriended this person, unfortunately, this person passed away. That made me really, really sad. I'm not kidding. I know it don't sound that way now, but that happened several years ago, and I still feel terrible about what happened. Okay? I rarely discuss this part of my life because, in a way, it's emotionally painful. It really is. I don't feel it quite the same way as it did when it happened, but it is emotionally painful for me, and I just don't feel comfortable talking about it. But because of what happened in this particular situation, I just had to tell you guys. Anyway. So what does all of this information have to do with the girl in the red scarf? Well, in October of 2014, as I said before, I was watching videos of people who were afflicted with the same medical condition as Karen Carpenter. Okay? I can tell you right now, I personally admire anyone who decides to discuss their medical conditions on YouTube. I know that's a really tough thing to do. Okay? I mean, that's literally opening yourself up to all kinds of stuff. I mean, to be that open and honest and fair with everybody, it's quite a monumental thing. Alright? These people who do this are truly brave people. So, I picked a video to review, and I uploaded it to YouTube. I made a review of it, and then I uploaded that review to YouTube. Okay? Now, as most YouTubers know, when you're watching a particular video, YouTube recommends other videos of the same topic matter to you. Okay? So, it was recommending to me at the time people that were suffering similar medical ailments to the one that I was watching on the screen. So, I found one of these videos and I decided to review that one as well as the one that I was watching. So I was watching one video and I found another to go ahead and review that one as well. Alright? It's because of this video recommendation system that I did discover the channel that was created by Sarah Francati. And if I mispronounce Sarah Francati's name, I totally apologize. I may have not said that name right. It looks Italian, so anyway, let's go on here. My experience with the friend, the close personal friend that I actually lost, that experience taught me not to discuss anyone's ailment unless that person gave me permission to discuss it. I mean, that's a personal thing. You don't just suddenly go up to somebody that doesn't know you very well and say, hey, you know, let's talk about your medical ailment. Even though they brought it up, that doesn't necessarily mean you have the right then to discuss it with them. So I was like, you know, I really don't want to discuss their medical ailment. That would make them feel uncomfortable, and it would make me feel uncomfortable. Even though that was the topic of their video, still, I don't really want to bring that kind of stuff up. I'm sure it was tough for them to talk about it on their video in the first place, and I don't need to rehash anything that they actually said. Okay? So, I decided to ask Sarah Francati 5 innocuous questions. Now, what is an innocuous question? Well, I'm glad you asked. An innocuous question is a question that is not offensive to the person you're asking. Okay? I don't think any of the questions that I asked Sarah Francati were particularly offensive questions. I mean, I would be just as comfortable walking down the street, and if I just happen to meet somebody, I would ask similar questions to that person as I did to Sarah Francati. Okay? Now, it is true that Sarah Francati never did comment on my response video. This person did not make a video response back to me, and that's fine. Okay? It would have been nice if that person had, but I wasn't too terribly disappointed that that person didn't. I've had other people that have actually posted video responses back to me or left comments on my videos, and that was really nice. And we were able to have that interaction. But that doesn't always work, and I just come to accept that. Alright? Now, let's fast forward 3 years to now. Here it is, December 2017. Apparently, a YouTuber with the handle The Girl in the Red Scarf watched my review video of Sarah Francati. And she decided to respond to my video. Now let's see what she had to say. What she said was, "Sorry, but this is so creepy, and why do you need to know all this?" Now, first of all, she does not spell out the word you, she just put the letter U. That's bad grammar. That's bad spelling, too. So I'd work on your grammar and spelling if I were you. And I know you're watching this because I have just sent you a message that said I uploaded this as a response to you. Okay? Now then. Now let's take a brief look at this particular reply. First of all, I would consider receiving a comment from someone I have never seen before, I have never met before, and I don't know anything about. I would consider that creepy. That's creepy in itself. And that at this point would describe the girl with the red scarf. Okay? Now, at this point, if you're watching this video and you've followed along all the way through, you probably know why I uploaded this response video. I don't think I have to explain that one again. So, what did I say to the girl with the red scarf? At first, I thought I was talking to Sarah Francati. I did not realize I was talking to somebody else. So this is what I said to the girl in the red scarf. First thing I said was, "First, why do you think asking innocuous questions is creepy? After all, didn't you post your video to social media?" Which is very important. "How do you define social media?" I was looking for an intelligent response at this point. The second thing I said was, "I published that particular response video back in 2014. And it took you this long to reply back to me? You didn't even notice this for 3 years? That's strange." Third, I uploaded a series of these type of videos to assist other YouTube channels. And I went on to tell this person why I do what I do. And I said to him, I said, "Don't you want views and subscribers? Isn't that the whole purpose of why you uploaded your video in the first place?" Okay. Fourth, if you had taken the time to think about the questions I asked you and had answered those questions intelligently, people would consider you intelligent. Then they might ask you questions that I myself never thought of. This would actually get you views, watch time minutes, and subscribers. You're losing out on a fortune here. Okay? Fifth, if you had taken the time to answer my questions, my subscribers might have gone to your channel and watched your videos. Can you think of an easier and better way of acquiring views and subscribers? I can't. Okay. And then finally I said, sixth, have you ever watched my other videos? Are you trying to tell me that you're so smart that you couldn't utilize the information I provided on my channels? I can tell you right now, I have 1,367 people that watch me on a regular basis, and they are so just totally enthralled by what I do here on this channel. Okay? So I asked this lady to ponder all this before replying. So, how did the girl with the red scarf reply to all of this? Well, you would have thought it would be a very intelligent answer, but no, not really. Okay. First of all, she says, "Speed learner, actually I am not Sarah," so obviously she did answer one of my questions. That was pretty intelligent, but the rest of this is not so intelligent. But think about it. Well, I've thought about all kinds of things. Apparently you didn't. She is a young girl and you are like 50. Oh, that part's wrong. There is no necessity to know what was on the tag or info about her pool, her dress, etc. That's her own personal life. There are a ton of problems with this particular response. Let's go through them, shall we? First, Sarah Francati isn't a young girl. As a matter of fact, from what I understood, she was actually a senior in high school when I actually made that video. So she was well aware of the YouTube community and how video responses work. I'm guaranteeing you that. As a matter of fact, she posted a video just this year. And she's now in college. So, no, that's ridiculous. Alright. At the time she uploaded the video, she was actually older than Justin Bieber was when a video featuring his singing was uploaded by his mother to YouTube. Let me make this perfectly clear. She wanted views and subscribers. If you don't believe me, take a look at the view count of her original video. You'll sit there, you watch my response video, and then you'll go check out her Sarah Francati's original video, and you'll see that she's had over 800,000 views on it. She wanted views, she wanted subscribers, so don't tell me that she was offended by what I did. That's wrong. Okay? Now, if she didn't want all these views and all these subscribers, she would have either unlisted the video or made it private. She wanted views and she wanted subscribers. Let me make that perfectly clear right now. Number 2. I think Sarah knew that uploading a public video to YouTube was the equivalent of going to Times Square in New York City and shouting, "Look at me, look at me." If Sarah had actually traveled to Times Square and shouted, "Look at me," like that, do you think people would just ignore her? I don't think so. And remember, YouTube has existed since 2005. As I said earlier in this video, most YouTubers are well aware of the video response tool. So don't tell me they don't know that they could actually get a video response. They can, and she knew it. So, yeah, don't even give me that garbage. Thirdly, when anyone publishes a public video on YouTube, they know they can't pick the people who watch and respond to their videos. Sure, they can disable the comment sections of their videos, but if someone like me wants to upload a response video, well, someone like me can. Also remember that a person is not obligated to watch a response video just because they are uploaded to YouTube. Fourth, this was one of the most insulting things. I am not like 50 years old. I am not 50 years old. As a matter of fact, at the time I made that video, I was not even close to 50 years old. I'm getting a little closer now, but I wasn't that close back then. So don't try to age me. Shame on you for doing that. Get to know me a little bit better before you try to age me. I've been on YouTube for 8 years. I don't think you've been on YouTube that long. Get to know the rules before you start standing there telling me anything. Besides, why didn't you take the time to check me out first before you went and made this response to me? That was silly. Okay? Now then, let's go on. Fifth, nothing is more personal to discuss on a YouTube channel than one's own medical condition. So don't tell me that the words on a person's... You have this person, they're wearing a dress, and there's a sticker on them, and all I wanted to know was what words were printed on the sticker. Don't tell me that's personal. That is not even close to being as personal as talking about or discussing a medical condition. Those two are not even the same ballpark. Okay? And don't tell me asking somebody the size of a particular swimming pool. I don't even know if the swimming pool she was standing at the time she took that picture, I don't even know if that swimming pool was even hers. She could have gone to a public pool somewhere. She could have gone to a friend's house and they had a pool. So asking the size of the pool was not personal in any way. I could walk up to somebody in the street and say, hey, I saw a picture of you standing next to a pool. How big was the pool? They're not going to mind answering that. Get real. Okay? That statement there was not only stupid, but just downright silly. And you know it. Okay? And finally, you actually took the time to watch all of my review video, which not only increased my lifetime view count, but also my watch time analytic, and you actually took the time to comment on this? Don't you realize you increased both of my analytics? Okay? You just made me a little more popular. And because you responded to me not once, but twice, you motivated me to upload this particular response video. And I guarantee you're going to watch this, and you're going to increase my watch time analytic and my lifetime view count analytic. You can watch this. Huh. To you, I say thank you, and I hope you learned something from this. I really do. But here's something else you never thought of either. It gets better. Let me get down here just a little bit more. There you go. Now that you've responded to me twice, and I've gone to your channel, and I don't see any videos about you whatsoever. I'm not even sure how many subscribers you have at this point, and at this point I don't really care. But I'm kind of curious as to who you are. And I'm guaranteeing you that my subscribers who are watching this right now are just about as curious as I am as to who you are. So now I'm going to ask you some questions. Are you a college student? Did you respond to my video because you thought it would increase your YouTube analytics? Did that ever cross your mind? Did you consider the fact that I might upload a video response to you when you commented on my video? And now that you've brought all this up and you've brought so much attention to yourself, we might as well just go ahead and ask this question. I don't like doing this, but let's go ahead and do this anyway, simply for the fact it is kind of interesting if we can find out. You don't have to answer, of course, and I'm not expecting you to, but let's just go ahead since you've brought all this up. Are you suffering from the same affliction as Sarah Francati? Now, I know Sarah Francati is not suffering from that condition anymore, but she was at the time. Are you suffering from that now? Where's your video where you discuss this kind of stuff? I'd love to see that. I could go on and ask you more questions, but I seriously doubt you'd respond to any of it. Alrighty. And after watching one of Sarah Francati's latest videos, I'm forced to conclude that she did not need your assistance in this matter. She was quite capable of answering to me. And she was quite capable of just flat out ignoring me too, which is just as fine with me. She doesn't want to respond, that's fine. But she didn't need you coming to her rescue. I guarantee you that. Alright? If she wanted to say something to me, she would have done so by now. Hopefully you will ponder what I've said in this video before you respond to me again. Perhaps you'll upload a video response to me. Let's see you get brave and upload a response to me. I'd like to see that. And if you do, it will benefit you and me at the same time. Maybe you'll get to know me a little bit better. You'll find out that I'm not quite I guess maybe you think of me as some kind of a monster, and you'll find out I'm not that kind of a monster. It's better to know who you're dealing with than not know who you're dealing with. You know who you're dealing with. Even back then, I had over 1,000 videos, so Sarah Francati could have checked me out easily and known exactly what she was dealing with, or who she was dealing with. And you could have done the same thing. You just didn't want to take the effort and the time to do so. That's your loss. Okay? Alright. Perhaps you will, at some point, take the time to watch some of my other videos, and maybe you'll learn a few details about me. generally speaking, I'm a pretty open book. There are some details I don't tell on YouTube, but generally speaking, I'm a pretty open book. And if you take the time and watch me, you'll learn a few things about me. Like any book, if you read through the chapters, you'll learn a lot about me. Now, I sincerely hope that you and everybody else in my wonderful audience have learned a few things tonight. I covered this twice in 2 separate videos. One was called Social Media 101, one was called Social Media 102. So a lot of what I just covered with you was in those videos, and all you had to do was watch. Okay? Now, I hope that not only will my audience learn a lot of stuff from me in this particular video, but I hope they will watch the videos that will appear tomorrow on my YouTube channel and learn some stuff on that too. Okay? That's the main reason I posted them. I will post a more festive video later on tomorrow night. Okay, I know that all the stuff I've got on there tomorrow afternoon is going to be a lot of learning stuff, but I will post a far more festive video tomorrow night just before I go to bed. So you guys can count on it. And in that particular video, I will discuss the future of this particular channel. They have a YouTube rewind. I'm going to have a YouTube fast forward on this channel. You'll see that. Okay? So I will hope you will tune in for that particular video. Also the ones that will appear at noon tomorrow on my YouTube channel. And I will also post some exciting new videos on January 1st. I'm going to tape some stuff off tomorrow, and then I will post it on January 1st, and you get to see some new stuff. Alright? Well, I do want to thank you all for watching this presentation, especially the girl in the red scarf. Thank you very much for watching. I do actually want to thank you for responding to me. This was quite an intellectual challenge for me. Hopefully, you'll come up with a much better response when if you decide to respond back to me. And you just might. I would consider a real challenge if you get in front of the camera and you directly one-on-one respond back to me. I'd like to see that. I don't get to see that very often. But let's see if you take my challenge. You might find I'm not quite the person you think I am. Whew. Okay. Well, I hope you guys learned something tonight. Thank you very much for watching. I will tell you more tomorrow and on New Year's Day as well. Yes, I will watch the ball drop. So, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Y'all have a great New Year. I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned.